got together and said, you can't do this.
Right.
You can't single one out.
Yeah.
Going back to me. Now, I'm not biting the hand that feeds me. I need fair play.
We see the same.
What's the point of having a First Amendment right? Which is freedom of speech to say, listen, please don't cheat me. Oh, you're outing us? You're calling us cheaters? Yes.
But that's a problem. That the First Amendment was obviously for the United States of America. When you get into a private establishment,
industry,
a platform that they can literally do whatever the fuck they want.
They shouldn't be able to, but we see the same thing. See the same thing with YouTube. We see the same thing with YouTube. You went and did some collabed with the Nelk Boys the other day. Yeah. Right? The Nelk Boys.
Dope kids.
Great kids. I love Kyle, Jesse, Steve, all those guys.
Kids, yeah.
They are, Steve especially, blackballed by YouTube. They put a video out, it doesn't show up in notifications.
Steve will do it?
Yeah, Steve will do it. Nobody, you can't find his video.
I wonder why.
You got to go on his channel and you got to search that shit out to find it. And so we deal with this with that same kind of shit. And it brings up this question of who makes the decisions when it comes to censorship on private platforms. And that's what you're talking about right now. And it sounds like you're being censored by private platforms. And they would argue that they have the right to do so. You know what I'm saying? And that's not in breach of your First Amendment right.
No, listen. My thing is I love being fair, right? And I could be wrong, and I'll be held fully accountable for, like you would say, biting the hand that feeds. But when I see completely, and it's abusive, you know what I'm saying? Like mentally, because it's like, okay, we see this kid get so many streams, and people love his music. But we just don't like his attitude, or we don't like the force of nature that he brings to this platform.
Well, you're polarizing as fuck.
Polarizing as fuck, but it goes to a point where it's like, imagine if I had the machine. Imagine if I had the fucking Apple Music. You could go on Apple Music and find me at the top.
Why don't you do it though? You know what you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
There's a question. You know what you're doing wrong. Yeah. At what point? And this is a question I had, and you know, and first of all, I want to say this before we go too much further. I've been horrible to you on this show. I know you already fucking heard Murph. You had to have fucking told him.
No, I didn't.
Horrible.
I swear to God, I had no idea.
As the only other person in this, as the only other person on this show who had the opportunity to snitch and against felony charges and didn't. I'm not saying you know, whatever. Yeah. You did your fucking thing. You did what you did. I've been outspoken. I've been a fucking asshole. I grew up on Jay, Big, all those guys. Okay. I'm older. I'm an old man. I'm the Charlemagne the God of the fucking podcast.
Okay.
But I put this chain on today to try to get some relatability. It's fake. I'm going to take it off right now. This chain's fake. It ain't real, but I thought maybe it would allow us to connect.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here because I want to give you a fair shake. You know what I'm saying? I hate judging people off what they did, and we could talk about that more. But my question for you is, if you know, okay, you went through it, you did some shit, you had the whole scenario in court, you got out, you're back on the streets, you got another chance at it. Why don't you play the game right this time? Why don't you fuck with the platforms this time and walk the line and get,
it takes away from who I am, right? It takes away from me being me. Imagine me sucking dick. Right?
I don't mean that.
No. Wait, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Don't do it. Give me a moment. No, but imagine
that's weird, man.
No, imagine me just literally getting down and just saying, you know what? I'm gonna do what you want me to do.
Right.
Then that will make me into a fucking flop like Trippie Redd. Right? No, for real. What do you want me to do? Oh, okay. No. I won't fight for what's right. I'm just gonna lay down and let you fucking bitch me around, because at this point I feel like my fan base is like kids that literally are like, yo, I had this kid come up to me, I'm not gonna say his name, but this kid came up to me and said, yo, how do you deal with it? I said, deal with what? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, all the hate. I'm just like, I don't think people hate me, you know what I'm trying to say? What are you talking about? Right. But he's like, yo, no, for real, like, how do you deal with it? I'm just like, what are you going through? You know what I'm saying? And he's like telling me like, yo, people are just, you know, leaving nasty comments under my page, doing this, that, and the third. And, you know, I don't know what to do, whether to address the situation or do this. I said, listen, you know what's right. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't tell you how to handle a situation that I'm not in, right? But for me, when people call me a snitch, call me whatever they want, pedophile, fucking bitch ass nigga, whatever they want to call, I own the shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I know me. You know what I'm trying to say? I know what I've done, right? I know what I didn't do. And I just say, yo, listen, whatever you guys are going to do, you guys are going to continue to hate. I can literally prove you wrong. I could prove you wrong. I could prove you wrong. When I walk out of here, you're going to still be like, Kid's a bitch.
I don't think anybody will say that on the show.
But this goes to the general public.
Right.
I can't please everybody.
Yeah.
I can't sit here and be like, yo, Logan, please like me. If we bond, we bond. If we catch a vibe, we catch a vibe. If a fan is watching my music, watching this podcast, watching this, if you like me, you like me. My job is not here to convince you to like me. So I will never, and the answer to your question, I never had in my mind to come home and say, you know what, let me just be an industry plant. Let me come home and say, you know what, let me work with these people because I know we sat down with a couple executives, right? And we said, can anybody top the top 10 on Billboard with no radio and no playlisting? They said, impossible. I've done it.
Yeah.
Imagine if I just sit down, lay down, and do the things that it wouldn't make me Tekashi 6ix9ine. It wouldn't make me me.